Hi there, this is Dr. Evan Osar, developer of the Integrative Movement System and author of the Corrective Exercise Solutions to Common Hip and Shoulder Dysfunction. Welcome to the special 5-part series of Integrative Movement Insider, where in this 5-part series, we're sharing with you some of the key concepts as well as key corrective exercise strategies to help improve stability and mobility in your clients that struggle with chronic tightness, discomfort, and or the loss of function. Optimal function that inhibits them from doing the things that they need to, want to, and or love to do. And we've been sharing with you some of the key strategies to developing scapular stability and how we use alignment and control of the scapula to improve function of the shoulder complex, decrease chronic tightness, and improve range of motion. We've been discussing some of the key muscles around the shoulder complex, including the serratus anterior, as well as the rhomboids and mid-traps, and today we'll turn our attention to the latissimus dorsi. I also shared some key corrective exercise patterns that I developed for myself to help me overcome chronic shoulder issues, including rotator cuff tears and labral tears. And those patterns were instrumental in helping me develop scapular stability and more optimal alignment of the head and neck and rib cage. And these patterns are so key that these are the patterns we start almost all our clients' programs with. So if you missed those, watch them first and then come back and watch this part 5. Now, today we'll turn our attention to the latissimus dorsi. And the latissimus dorsi is one of those muscles that's a key synergist in developing and maintaining shoulder stability. Early on, I learned that if you have tight shoulders, loss of range of motion, and or that forward shoulder position, that you need to strengthen your latissimus dorsi. So I did tons of rows, tons of pull downs, tons of pull-ups, tons of retractions and depressions. So let's talk about this latissimus dorsi and how it contributes to shoulder stability and also how it contributes to loss of optimal shoulder function. The latissimus dorsi originates off the iliac crest, the thoracolumbar fascia, so that thick fascia in our low back, the lumbar spine, as well as the lower thoracic spine and the lower rib cage. It wraps up around the rib cage to insert into the intertubercular groove of the humerus. What it does is it will retract the entire shoulder complex, it will extend the shoulder, adduct the shoulder, and contribute to internal rotation of the shoulder. When everything is functioning optimally, the lat works very well to help maintain shoulder stability as well as mobility. However, in many of our clients, the latissimus dorsi has become over-dominant. And when it becomes over-dominant or stronger than the scapular stabilizers, or the individual's ability to stabilize their scapula, what it does is it actually contributes to the forward shoulder position. And here's what I mean. Because the latissimus dorsi originates on the low back and wraps from the back to the front to insert into the humerus, when it's short and tight, it will pull down on the shoulder and it will also pull the shoulder forward. And that's what happened to me. And that's probably one of the things that first and most dramatically started to alter my shoulder function, because my lats got incredibly strong by all the pull downs, pull-ups, scapular retraction exercises I was doing, scapular depression exercises I was performing, that I started to pull myself right into this dysfunctional, or I should say non-optimal position by over-relying on scapular depression and retraction. And the latissimus dorsi got very short and then started to inhibit my ability to get my arms overhead, hence the reason I kept creating impingement syndromes as well as rotator cuff and labral tears in my shoulders. So the key concept here is we want our clients to develop more optimal alignment and control first, and then strengthen the rhomboids, mid-traps, low traps, and latissimus dorsi on top of more optimal alignment and control, not vice versa. Not strengthening the lats first and then developing alignment and control. Develop alignment and control first and then develop the strength of the lats on top of that. So let me demonstrate what that looks like with some common patterns. The cable row, so you can see exactly what I mean by using the proper alignment and control and increasing latissimus dorsi activation as you perform these patterns. Now we want to integrate the function of the latissimus dorsi and all those functional synergists around the shoulder complex into a functional movement pattern. That way, we reinforce the alignment and control we've developed through our corrective exercise strategy, And we really give our clients the opportunity to be successful, not only in their exercise patterns, but in everyday life, and take that strategy out into the real world, because that's ultimately what we're trying to help our clients create. And how we set our clients up during their exercise patterns is one of the most important part of our approach. And one of the things that really differentiates our approach from all the other approaches that are out there is we're very strict on how we set our clients up, so that way, before they load, they're set up in their most optimal alignment. And that helps to reinforce everything we've been helping them develop throughout this process. So here are the cues we use most frequently with our clients. Long spine as if they're being pulled up from the backside of their head and the backside of the rib cage, as opposed to lifting the chest up, which just over compresses their low back. We're going to have them keep it open and wide shoulder position and space between their upper arm and their body versus having their elbows pulled in. And third, when they row, they're going to maintain that open and wide shoulder position and not pull their elbow behind their body, which will drive their shoulder into anterior tilt and compress it down upon their thorax. So that way, our functional movement pattern, the row in this example, will reinforce everything we created and set up during our corrective exercise patterns. So here's how the pattern looks. I'm going to align my head and neck over the thoracolpelvic cylinder, maintain this alignment throughout the pattern. Then from here, grab the handle, keep that open and wide shoulder position, then step back. Go into my split stance position, maintain this alignment, and now row, keeping an open and wide shoulder position and being careful not to pull the elbow too far behind the body, which would bring the shoulder into anterior tilt position. And now I just row and maintain this position, allowing this motion to reinforce the optimal alignment and control I ultimately want my client to create and leave the session with. So from behind, align the head and neck, align the rib cage over the pelvis to the best of our client's ability, maintain this alignment, open and wide shoulder position, grab the handle, step back, go into split stance position, and then row without over protraction and or over retraction and excessive extension of the thoracolpelvic junction. Maintain alignment, row and release. Row and release. Control that scapula, control the head, neck, and thorax throughout the pattern. And that's how you integrate these concepts that we've been creating through the corrective exercise strategy into the functional movement patterns that all our clients need to perform to be successful at achieving their health and fitness goals while reducing chronic tension, tightness, discomfort, and getting them back to the activities they need and want to do.
Thank you so much for joining us in this special 5-part mini-series on developing shoulder stability and mobility and improving function of the shoulder complex and how the shoulder complex relates to the head and neck as well as upper thorax. And hopefully you've already seen some improvements in some of your clients. Maybe less tightness, more range of motion, or improved levels of control during some of their functional patterning. And if you're looking for an additional resource, be sure to stay tuned for this Thursday, where I'm going to release a very special project I've been working on, where I've put together some of the best information I've created around the shoulder, head and neck, and thorax, so that you can continue to be that resource that your current clients need and want to help them accomplish their health and fitness goals, and also attract more individuals that need, want, and will pay you for your expertise. So this is Dr. Evan Osar. Be sure to watch your inbox on Thursday for this special announcement. Make it a great day, and we'll see you later this week.